I'll tell you a story about a guy named L.A. Reid. He's really from Ohio, Cincinnati. I went to school with his two kids, and bro hit me up over some guys that did music in Cincinnati. I shot their music videos. He told us to come down. We could use one of his mansions, and we could use every room except for the bedroom.
Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Let's get please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, live once I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure it's about to go up. Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Let's get please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, live once I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure it's about to go up. Roll my blunt and pass my life.
Family, we're back. Thank you guys for being here so much. Real talk. I got the headphones on. I gotta get some new headphones ASAP. These things pilling. I had them since I first started, for real. Anyways, we're back. We're gonna get to it the old way we used to do it. At least for this video, I ain't doing no clips or nothing like that. But thank you guys for being here so much. It does mean a lot. It's been a nice ride, to say the least. And I'm thankful for the ones that just stayed down through the ups and downs, for real. It means so much. I don't think y'all understand, because once you have a channel that thrives like mine and then you get all paranoid and take stuff down, I feel like you got to make up for the numbers that you deleted, if you catch my drift. Like, if I deleted 80 million views, I feel like I'm not going to thrive again until I complete that 80 million views I deleted. I don't know if it works that way, but that's just how it feels at times. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Happy Father's Day to the fathers. Happy Father's Day to the single mothers out there. Happy Father's Day to the mothers, period. I don't think, yes, I say Happy Father's Day to the mothers, period. My mother was a father. Yeah. Anyways, shout out to y'all. We're going to review and react to a video by Truth Is. And I was going to stay away from this situation because I noticed that my numbers went down drastically when I talked about the Oliver dude. I don't know if it's his name in the title or what, but oh my goodness. Anyways, we've had an eventful week in music. A very eventful week. But one thing that really hit home with me was Tay Keith. Yeah, Tay Keith. But it takes me back to something Cat Williams said. When you do this or you do that, and you get that artist up out the way, you don't have to worry about the family anymore. You don't have to worry about that artist anymore. You get to keep whatever revenue. Let me shut up. Let's get to the content. Shout out to Truth Is. Go check him out. That's the guy. That's the guy. Anyways, let's go.
Biggest creators in the world end up turning on their record labels. Just the other day, we looked at the friction between Oliver Tree and his label. Now, we are seeing that super producer Tay Keith was dealing with the same situation. Today,
look how they got him in the light. I don't think that's coincidental. Hold on.
in his label.
Another thing is, I wanna say something. You see how that light's above his head right there? When these people go live, I want y'all to look at above them. Look above them. I remember a few years ago Kodak did some videos back when the thing happened with Wiz the Wizard, but yeah, let me shut up. Let's just stay on track. Let's go.
In his label. Now, we are seeing that super producer Tay Keith was dealing with the same situation. Today, we are going to analyze this pattern to identify exactly what leads to so many artists speaking out against the music industry. By the end of this video, you will understand why, despite all the fame and money, these artists are always left with nothing. Back in March, super producer Tay Keith, known for working with Drake, Travis Scott, and many others, entered a massive contract dispute over his music with Sexy Red. He declared that he was having severe business friction with his record label due to royalties he never received. According to Tay Keith, millions of dollars were owed to him for the beats he produced for Sexy Red's biggest hit songs, the very songs that made her career and generated immense wealth. Essentially, Keith was alleging that despite the tracks being massive hits, he was purposely kept off the producer credits and denied his compensation. It is important to note that Tay Keith was not targeting Sexy Red directly. He had no personal issues with her. His disagreement was entirely with the powerful record company backing her.
I'm gonna say it like this. I feel like she knew the label's doings. I feel like she knew that that man wasn't paid. What I come to find out is, y'all know how Birdman is with his artists, like, or whoever he works with. He'll make you take him to court. So now you've rendered a service for this person or this label or company, and now you have to spend money to get your money from the services rendered. Where does that make sense at? Why is that even a thing? I don't know if it's a lack of intelligence. I don't want to say intelligence, but I don't know if it's a trust thing or what, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it at all. Not at all. Give me mines. Period. Let's work these splits out. Let's do this and let's do that. Because what I've seen is a lot of these people don't be having each other's best interest at mind. I want to rant, but let's go.
Sexy Red releases music under the imprints Rebel and OpenShift. However, the major entity actually distributing and backing these releases is a massive media company called Gamma. Gamma was founded by a former big music executive and was designed as an alternative to the traditional major label system. It was supposed to be a new way of doing business. But despite that promise, we are seeing them operate just like the rest of the music industry. The business friction that emerged behind the scenes centered strictly on unpaid royalties. The contract dispute covered a total of 13 different songs produced during her massive rise, including the breakout track Pound Town. Unfortunately, Tay Keith was not able to see a resolution to this issue. Just a few days ago on June 18th, the music world experienced his sudden and tragic passing in Nashville. What is interesting is that just a few days back, we covered Oliver Tree's situation. Oliver Tree also had severe business friction with his label. He was known for hit songs like Life Goes On and Miss You. You likely heard his music on TikTok because that's where it was the biggest. While Oliver Tree's career took off quickly, he eventually found himself in the same exact position as Tay Keith.
Dude gives me Jim Carrey, Pee Wee Herman, Dumb and Dumber vibes. Like just the aesthetics, the bowl cut, a lot of the clothing. It's something weird about that dude. Let me shut up. Let's go.
He felt like his label was not following the rules and was starting to operate incorrectly. So Oliver Tree did the only thing he could do. He made a video telling his fans that his project was going to be delayed because of his ongoing problems with the label.
Just got word that my album is no longer coming out. Love You Madly, Hate You Badly is a thing. And I don't really understand how that's possible. Together in tens of...
You need an LLC.
Take this time to like the video, y'all. I don't have premium and it is okay. Trust me. Take this time to like the video.
We have officially reached a negotiation.
We're not going to go through the rants. I covered that in some clips that I had on my page. But this dude has some heavy symbolism in his videos, for real, for real. And I still hadn't listened to any of his songs, but that On and On song, or whatever it's called, I heard that on, I guess it was TikTok, or I swear it was on some kind of commercial too, if I ain't mistaken.
These two examples instantly made me think of other massive artists who faced the same issues. Take Lil Wayne. He was arguably the biggest rapper in the industry, literally sitting on top of the game in the late 2000s and early 2010s. But just like we saw with Oliver Tree and Tay Keith, Wayne also had a massive public dispute with his label. In 2014, he publicly announced his issues with Cash Money Records over unpaid royalties, telling the world that the man he once viewed as a father figure had been doing him dirty for years. Lil Wayne alleged he was owed over dirty for years. Lil Wayne alleged he was owed over unpaid royalties, telling the world that the man...
I was trying to look at Birdman's shirt and see what exactly was going on there. That's a different type shirt for real. That's a weird little shirt.
And he once viewed as a father figure had been doing him dirty for years. Lil Wayne alleged he was owed over $51 million and was willing to take the dispute as far as necessary.
Shit right now, they got me in bars right now. They don't want to see me make good music. I don't know what's going on. And I just want you to know, if anything, if you thought that the Birdman, Cash Money.
Fortunately for Wayne, even though it took years, the label eventually made it right. But he was also incredibly fortunate to walk away from that infamous tour bus situation. Because if he had not made it through that incident, this story would have ended just like Tay Keith and Oliver Tree, two massive figures in the industry who never got the chance to fully resolve their business friction. But honestly, Lil Wayne is one of the lucky few. If we look at other historical cases of industry disputes, we notice that many artists never get to resolve their issues while they're still here. Michael Jackson is a perfect...
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it so real. That Birdman, Lil Wayne, Young Thug situation annoyed me so much. How do you claim to raise a person up and this dude calls you his dad? You raised him up, put him on, and the moment a dude in a dress pops up, you just push him to the side like he was nothing. Birdman. I feel like they got something cooking up for bro. I really do. It's been too many situations with Holmes to where things are very questionable. And right in your face, even that tour bus situation, that was wild work. But like I said before, you get the artist out the way, you don't got to worry about the family or the estate or anything like that. Look at Michael Jackson. That man had so much content and ownership, and when everything was all done, his estate was left with nothing, and a certain company got certain things back.
Perfect example of this. He had a highly public dispute with his label, making it clear that he felt they were operating maliciously.
Record companies really do conspire against the artists. They still, it's not an accident. It's happening.
He feels his label turned on him too. On his recent project Iceman, he directed.
All right, now Drake. Nah, Drake though. Listen, I feel like if he doesn't get back in line, I feel like he could have one of the biggest, wildest downfalls, allegedly. It's too much stuff on camera. We've seen this dude on stage when a chick told him, oh, well, I'm this age, and he said, oh my goodness, I'm gonna get in. He said something, but come on, man. We know it don't take much for certain companies to do what they want to do, and that's as much as I'm gonna say about it. We know it don't take much. Once you shape the public opinions or the public's opinion, you're guilty in the public eye, and it makes it that much easier for them to just add other stuff on because they've shaped the minds of the public's opinion. So in the court of public law, you've already been deemed guilty, and by the time everything happens, the people are like, yeah, do away with them. The take that situation is like, I feel bad for him. I really do. I can't lie. I don't say I vibe with him, but in my eyes, in my mind, I feel like I know what that was about, and I feel like he would be okay to be out here doing whatever he claimed or people claim he was doing if he didn't go with certain companies. Now let's talk about Mr. Huxtable. A lot of people tell me he was trying to acquire networks, major networks, and they weren't feeling it. So next thing you know, you had these women from 1958 coming out saying stuff. Come on, man. Like, really? Let's continue.
Directed several bars at the executives and dedicated entire music videos to the fallout. As of right now, no one knows exactly how this massive contract dispute will end. But if history has taught us...
Did y'all see that glove? Look at the glove. Look at the glove. Come on, man. Look at the glove. It looks like he's going to set a bot farm on fire. Left eye. Yeah.
Off as an isolated situation, but so many artists having these exact same issues points to a massive problem at the structural level. It seems like the in Michael Jackson, the absolute while the industry claims to have come a long way in how it treats its artists, it appears that is not necessarily true. While artists today look richer than ever, the reality is many of them are severely in debt to their labels.
We're gonna end it right there, and that is true. A lot of these people be looking mega rich, but you got to think about these advances. They're loans. Some people say they're very high interest also, and I could see that. I could really see that. And I've seen situations to where the thing is set up. You would think that the artist had whatever they claim they had, and it's not true. These houses are already owned by somebody. They just put the artist up in them, and they let them live there. Period. That blue's kind of irritating me up on the screen. But yeah, I'll tell you a story about a guy named L.A. Reid. He's really from Ohio, Cincinnati. I went to school with his 2 kids, and bro hit me up over some guys that did music in Cincinnati. I shot their music videos. He told us to come down. We could use one of his mansions, and we could use every room except for the bedroom. And that's where we would be put up at. So it's like, even with Honeycomb Brazy, that's another artist. He's from Alabama, would rap a lot. His mother came out and said something. And another artist say, man, this and that. Ain't nothing that he living in or riding his. It belongs to somebody. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna end it right here. It felt good doing a video like this again. I gotta get me some new headphones because I don't like the way that look. I'll probably grab some tomorrow. But I do want to thank y'all. If you still made it, or if you're still here, say I made it. Let me know what time you got to upload, because it's a season change and I'm trying to gauge when I should be dropping and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm thankful for y'all. Happy Father's Day to the single mothers or just the full-time mothers, because listen, being a mother, I think it's harder than a full-time job. Real talk. You're never off. You're always clocked in. Anyways, happy Father's Day, everybody. I'm out.